Hi pretties, welcome to my YouTube channel. I am Tiffany and I'm going to talk about a couple things while I do my makeup with you guys today. So I'm going to be using a decent amount of primer. I don't want my foundation to go into my pores. And I'm just kind of tapping that in. Voila, primer done. So I'm going to be talking a little bit about my bypass journey today, my gastric bypass. I've had so many questions from you guys and you guys are so sweet for being concerned about me and like checking in on me. I love you guys so much. I wanted to go over like the pros and cons because I've been getting a lot of questions about it. While I grab my brow wax and one of these little spoolies that I got off Amazon in like a 50 pack, taking my brow wax. There's a new one on the website, by the way. This one's been out for a while, but it's pretty much the same, new formula. So I just kind of brush the front part of them kind of upward, and then I go out. So fun. This little slanted brush, I'm going to take and do the color in my brows out of my Maron palette. This is a huge palette. I've had this palette for a little bit. I do all of my SFX looks with this palette and with my pharmacy makeup, but the vivid colors, usually this. I'm going to take some setting spray and get the red and brown wet so that I can match close to my hair color. Now what I like to do is pinch the brush so that I can make a very precise and straight line when I'm drawing out my brows. Because I like to go along the natural line, but my brows are naturally kind of not even. So I just dip it in the brown. I'm going to put this on the back of my hand. And then I'm going to dip it in the red. The tip of the brush needs to be towards the end of your brow. And I touch my face while I'm doing this so that I don't stray from the line that I'm trying to make. I come to the arch and then I come back down. And I like to pretend that there's a line here from the end of my eye to where my brow should end. You don't have to draw that, I'm just doing that for reference. The more you practice at it, the more you're gonna get good at it, guys. I used to hate doing my brows. And I never did them before like 2 or 3 years ago. My whole life. So I had to learn. And it was well worth it. Because I really like the way that I do them now versus the way that I did them when I started. Honestly, I've grown so much. And I'm proud of that. And you should be proud of your growth. If you're trying to learn something new, it doesn't have to be makeup, can be anything. But if you're trying to learn something new and you're growing at it, be proud of yourself. Like, don't like discredit yourself for not being good enough to your own standards. Because I'm bad for that in the past. Sometimes I get really discouraged and I'm like, I'm just not good enough. And it's not true. I am good enough. You're good enough. We're good enough. And then I just come and I fill this in. Not all the way. So when I start getting closer to the inner brow, I like to flick upward with my little brush. Kind of draw this in. And then I come and I fade it out just with my finger so that it's not a harsh edge. They're rough at the moment, but it does get better. What I'm gonna do next, I think I did a little bit too thick on the left side. So what I'm gonna do is take my concealer. My mascara and my concealer were in my purse because I took them with me yesterday when I went out of town for my son's orthodontist appointment. He's finally getting his braces taken off after 3 years. So I think more pumped than he is. One, because I don't have to drive 3 hours away anymore, or ride rather. My mom likes to come with us and I always ask her to if she's not busy. I don't like going out of town alone, but they said they're going to take them off when he comes back next month. So I'm excited for him. I'm excited to see his new smile. And I think it's going to be good for him because he's in high school now. He just started high school this year. And he's such a sweet little fella. Not a little fella. He's a very tall fella. They're more even now. I like that better. What I'm going to do is grab a little little more concealer for my eyelids so that I can do the shadow for you guys. And I like for it to be very pigmented, and I don't want it going anywhere. So, primer or concealer. This is from my Morphe Niani X palette. One of the 3 times I've actually walked into Ulta and not bought makeup online, I bought this because it was just so pretty. I'm going to go in with the shade She Bad. Just going to kind of build it a little at a time. Make sure that green is really popping through. And if you have hooded eyes like me, see how they're kind of, what I do is I virtually pull my crease higher so that it doesn't look like my eyes are drooping. And also I come up like this when I do my concealer. I'll show you. Wipe off the excess, get a little bit, and I'll come to corner of my eye and follow almost to the tip of my brow. Just on one side so you guys can see the difference. I'm going to use my CC cream. I've been really favoring it. I'm going to spray my kabuki brush. That just went everywhere. I know the light shade is a little too light for me, so just watch what I do. But it is impeccable coverage. I'm going to grab my contour stick. Go in the places that I contour. And this is my favorite contouring brush. It's by Real Techniques, 438 and 439. It's like a double-sided brush, and it's linked to my bio. I'm gonna like to know it. Just kind of like tapping down and then scooting it up into my hairline, going across my jawline, and then pulling down any excess product. So then I turn it over to this side and use 439 for my nose contour. Anyway, it makes a huge difference. And then I'll take some setting powder and tap it into the lid and set under my eyes. Grab my eyeliner, go right across with a very thin line, and then I'll follow that shadow line and do my little bat wing because I have hooded eyes, so that when I open my eyes it doesn't look not straight. Now if you like white in your waterline, you can always do that. I'm gonna grab some right now and put it in there because I like it. I'll come out with the white lashes on the bottom, and then I'm gonna get my Limitless mascara and roll it on the top lashes. I did order my lash primer. It should be here soon. Gonna take some white iridescent shimmer, liquid eyeshadow, and pretty much voila. Like it's really not that serious. It's pretty simple. And then I'll just let the glue get tacky first. Otherwise it'll just slide around and fall off. See what a huge difference? If you're a lash girl, so pretty. So pretty. I got these linked too. I don't typically wear gloss, but I thought it would look really good with this. And so I put lip plumper over the lip. I didn't record myself doing the lip, so this is what I used. Number 222 lip liner, pencil. This is Cool Beige Matte Liquid Lipstick, and I used lip plumper over top. Also, I put on some glitter gel. You guys know me, but that's what it is. If you don't put gloss or plumper over top, this stuff will stay all day long. Friend, you can eat tacos, you can kiss your boyfriend or your girlfriend. Have fun. So a lot of you have been asking about my gastric bypass and the journey within that. It took me probably almost 2 years to actually decide to go through with the surgery. I was terrified. I was scared. There was a lot to consider and a lot going on with my health due to my autoimmune diseases that I was diagnosed with within the past few years. So I had gained weight pretty rapidly. I've always struggled with my weight, but I had gained a lot of weight pretty rapidly. And so I started going to the bariatric clinic, and I saw a nutritionist. They did psychological testing just to make sure that you're okay for like surgery and stuff. You have to go to classes, you have to go to support group, you have to do all the things before they will do your surgery. So finally my insurance decided they were going to cover it, and so I had it done on November 15th, 14th, 15th, 15th, and I'm down almost 70 pounds, and it's February 22nd, 21st. It's been a really difficult journey, but I would do it again. The first few weeks were the worst because the pre-op diet is liquid, only liquid, and you have to stay on liquids for, I think, 2 weeks after surgery is what I did. That was really hard, like really difficult. I was so irritable, I was so grouchy, I was like, what is going on? This is really hard. It gets better as time goes by, I'll say that, because I'm not like obsessed with the scale, and I didn't know if I would be. I do weigh several times a week, but I'm not like, oh God, you know, because my nutritionist told me, she said it's gonna fluctuate. And when I saw her the last time, a few weeks ago, she said I'm doing great. Like 73% of the weight that I've lost was fat, so I've only lost like a bit, like a little bit of muscle, which is good. And my knees are hurting a little less. I can breathe a lot better with my asthma. I finally started being able to eat solids a few weeks after surgery. I couldn't eat very much at all, obviously. Now I can eat just very few ounces at a time, and I try not to drink while I'm eating, but I have issues with that, and it can cause you to have to go to the bathroom pretty quick, which I already have issues with anyways. I had my gallbladder out when I was 15, after I had my oldest son, and then I had a hysterectomy and a salpingectomy right after I had my daughter, because I had adenomyosis, and it's kind of like a cousin to endometriosis, but it caused me a lot of grief and a lot of pain, and I kept asking my OB/GYN, I said, please just take it out. I can't, like, because I was just going to get my tubes tied, and I thought, no, I want it gone, so I don't have anything but ovaries now. He took out my uterus, he took out my fallopian tubes, and he took out my cervix. So I was actually really, really happy that I did that. And then after I had that done, I started seeing the bariatric clinic about 6 months afterwards. And then I stopped going for a while in the middle of the process because I was like, I don't want to do surgery. Like, I just don't know. Like, I'm a very creature of habit kind of person. Like, I don't like to try new things. Even when it comes to food, like, I freak out. I can't. I finally decided, I was like, all right, I'm going to do this. I'm going to change my life. I'm going to do this. And at that point, I had gotten to like 300 pounds almost, just a couple pounds shy of 300. And I said, no, I can't live like this anymore, because life was already hard enough with my autoimmune diseases, and the weight was just making it even harder. I've never had an easy time losing or controlling my weight. I was a pretty avid athlete for like 11 years when I was in school, and I was still, like, in comparison to the other girls who were like size 2, size 0, size 4, I was like a size 10, 11. And that always bothered me, because I was like, what am I doing wrong, you know? I've been on steroid medication since I was 10 for my asthma because it's so bad. And so I take like 3 different things for my asthma. I take all kind of other stuff now for my autoimmune diseases. I'm on immunosuppressants. I have to go to the cancer treatment center for my rheumatoid arthritis disease and get infusions. On a pill for my rheumatoid arthritis disease as well. I'm on medication for fibromyalgia, depression, anxiety, all of the things. And I'm supposed to be taking my vitamins, my calcium, my vitamin D, my multi, everything else. And right now I'm on an antibiotic because I cannot kick this UTI for the life of me, and I've had it for probably 2.5, 3 months. I've been on antibiotics and they did not kick it hard enough. So I'm hoping that this run of antibiotics does. It's a new kind. I've been in quite a bit of pain. I've been very, very tired, and I think that that's partly just the autoimmune diseases. The surgery itself, I think things are going really well. I haven't had a lot of dumping syndrome. My body and my brain have learned to communicate in a good way and like figure out, okay, I can eat this without getting sick. I need to chew slowly. I need to focus on eating. I need to focus on being hydrated. This is my water bottle. It has markers, and I'm doing better. I wasn't able to stay hydrated for a while. I was really struggling to get in enough liquid and enough protein. My protein shakes were not going down well. Like, I couldn't stomach them. And so that was rough. I want to say that I have lost, on average, like 2 to 3 pounds a week. I don't even know how many weeks it's been. It's been from November 14th until now, the 21st of February, I guess. And I started the liquid diet a week before that and lost like 10 or 12 pounds. So part of it was the liquid diet, just kind of like my body was like, what are you doing? Excuse me, ma'am, you don't work here. But I do. And I'm taking control of my life and of my health and of my future and of all the business endeavors that I want to do. I don't want to die young, and I just have so many health issues that the pros outweighed the cons for me. So that's pretty much it. I'm happy. I feel better. I've had this outfit that I have on for like a year because I bought it at Goodwill and I didn't know if it would fit, and it didn't really fit when I bought it. And now it fits, and it's a little romper, but it's so cute. And that kind of stuff just makes me happy. And like looking in the mirror and not, like, I didn't hate my body before, but sometimes I would look at myself and get disappointed because I felt very out of control because my health issues wouldn't allow me to control my weight, to be at a healthy size. And my rheumatologist said that my autoimmune diseases are genetic and there's nothing I could have done to prevent them. Sometimes trauma can cause them to surface when they're in your body. So I think that partially that might have been what happened. I've dealt with a lot of stuff, have PTSD from past relationships, and I suffered 2 miscarriages back to back, like 6 months apart from each other a few years ago. That was really hard on me. That was really hard on my body. My mental health has always been a struggle ever since I was a little girl. And what I didn't know before was that when you're a child, fibromyalgia can present itself as pain and severe anxiety. And I had such severe anxiety as a child. Also, I did not know until I was like full-grown adult, like a year ago, that I'm neurodivergent. My son was finally diagnosed with autism. We knew he had ADHD, and now my second son is in the process of getting diagnosed. So they have resources, and I'm glad that the school does like IEPs, like individual education plans. But they both my older boys struggle really, really hard, and I didn't know when I was younger. I had them both very young, and then I had my daughter when I was 26. I had just turned 26 the day before I had her, and she's showing all the signs. But I'm glad that I'm educated now, where I know what to look for, how to help them cope for the most part, and always learning, always researching. But I'm thankful for this whole journey. I'm thankful for growing as an individual, as a mother, as a partner, as a daughter, as a friend, and because my mindset has shifted 10,000% in the past several years, and I'm very, very proud of myself for that. I'll be finishing my novel very soon. I'm very excited for you guys to read it. It's about a woman who wakes up in the woods with amnesia, and it'll be like a romance / traumatic fiction where she, throughout the book, learns to cope with her traumas and falls in love. But I think I'm going to make it into a series because there's a lot to say. There's a lot to say for that, and I'm very proud of myself for actually writing it because I've been thinking about writing it for years. And I'm on chapter 9 right now. I'm writing a chapbook right now. If you don't know what that is, I didn't either. It's a series of poems, probably like 30 of them in a book, and I'm going to have that published, I think, next month. So I'm really excited for that. I'm really excited for new journeys. I'm going to be on a television segment in the end of March, so I'll let you guys know more about that. I'm nervous, but I'm very excited, and I hope that all of you know that no matter what your situation is, you can get through it. You can conquer it. I've been through a ton. I'll share my story sometime on here, but you can definitely get through hard things. If I can, you can. If other people can, you can. You're not alone in what you're going through. You're not alone in what you're feeling. And just don't forget your worth, okay? Don't forget that you need to set boundaries and make people treat you the right way. And if they won't, don't let them stay in your life. It's as simple as that. We just need to be kind to one another. And if someone's not being kind to you and you've tried to resolve, you know, the problems or whatever it may be, and that person's not also putting in effort, sometimes you just have to step away for your own mental health, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. But I just wanted to come on here and talk to you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. I enjoyed creating this look for you. I hope that you guys have a fantastic week. I will be back on very, very soon. Bye.